I am back, and I've learned a lot in the last 3 weeks, maybe four, that I've been gone. First things first, when I stopped, so did everything else. That tells me two things. One, I've built myself a job, not a business. A business should be able to run on its systems without me constantly in them. Obviously, that didn't work. Two, without consistency, YouTube won't push my videos. Also, that means I have nothing that's evergreen, that's something that people return to again and again and again because it's information that surpasses trends. The last thing, running the business was expensive. Not the YouTube portion of it, but the stand store that I was running runs in US dollars, and it was nearly $50 a month Canadian to use stand store when I was getting zero returns, no income. I did have 3 signups to my free mini course, which was fantastic. Obviously, the word was getting out there. So, what happened, and what am I going to do about it? So, first things first, I canceled my Stan subscription. Not because it didn't work. It was a fantastic platform. But without an income, and I don't have another source of income right now, it was too expensive to run. So what am I doing instead? Honestly, free versions. There's Kit, which was ConvertKit. It is now Kit. I have a free account with them, so I'm probably going to be returning to that platform. It is also, for creators. Not quite as many, I guess, bells and whistles, I guess, as Stan in the free version, but it still gets the job done. 2, I still have a blog, which is under construction or reconstruction. So I will be using that platform because it runs at like $9 a month, which is a heck of a lot cheaper. It's WordPress hosted through Bluehost. Oh my goodness. Now, a lot of people in my position would just call it a failure and quit. It is not a failure, and I am not quitting, especially not YouTube. YouTube is one of those platforms where, yes, it's owned by Google. Yes, it's a giant search platform. This doesn't mean I need to quit. It wasn't a failure. It just showed me where my blank spots were, where my weaknesses were, where I need to improve or reiterate. Honestly, I have good content. I'm just not presenting it, I guess, in an evergreen way. So I'm going to be taking a look at that. As you can tell, I'm holding a brand new microphone. Yay! I lost the clip for the brand new microphone. I will find it. So I'm not having my hand in front of my mouth, but I hope the audio quality is fantastic again. And we're not picking up on all the strange noises that happen in a house that is very busy with family and a dog. So, what I'm doing instead is, videos. That was the other thing. Videos. What am I doing about my videos when I can't work? Because I'm not going to lie, this last little bit has been a struggle personally for my family. I've needed to be hands-on with my family, which meant hands-off with YouTube and the business. So how do I set this up so I can be hands-off without losing traction or backsliding? And honestly, I'm going to get my dinosaur of a computer here to load up the analytics for my channel. It hasn't been that everything stopped or went in reverse. Yes, I've had far fewer views, far less engagement, but it didn't stop. So that's a good thing. Because honestly, in YouTube, nothing ever really stops. So there's two ways I can go about it. I can create videos and schedule them. The downside to that, like, it's convenient, absolutely convenient. But the downside is that if something comes up, or I want to change what I want to talk about, or if I schedule too far in advance, then it becomes less relevant. But that also means there's consistency. So six one, half dozen the other. I'm either not posting when I can't physically, be hands on, or I'm posting something that potentially isn't is no longer relevant. We'll have to see. Now I can do, one video that I do immediately one day and post the same day, and then record a second video that same day to schedule to post later on in the week. So say I record on Mondays and then post the second video on a Thursday. That might help. Again, the con is it may no longer be relevant. The second thing I can do is honestly hire somebody else. But that requires resources that I just don't have right now. So it's not really a viable option, even though it could be an option. Record the raw stuff, tell them what I need. They put it together and post it on a schedule. So I am semi hands off. Had I had the monetary resources to do that, I might actually that might be something in the near future, because it is, again, a viable option when the resources are there. So I'm going to do a quick turnaround for the channel analytics. All right. So we're currently sitting at, in the last lifetime, 221 views, almost 10 hours of watch time, and 6 subscribers. And if I go to last 365 days. Again, dinosaur of a computer. Let me get my stand. There we go. Okay. All right. Last 365 days, because those are the stats that matter for monetization. So 214 views, 9.4 watch hours, and up 5 subscribers. Oop. You guys are trying to run away on me. So as we know, originally the views were approximately 30 a month or every 28 days. Watch time hours were usually climbing between 1 to 1.5 hours a week. But this here is kind of flatlined because way down here is flatlined after this beautiful spike of views. That the last video I did was why being stuck in your business is actually a good thing. The stuck feeling is the magic in the waiting, honestly, is to actually just be present. But this flatlined afterwards because I've not posted and my videos aren't really evergreen. So these tiny little bumps all along the bottom are usually sporadic views between postings. So as long as I'm posting consistently, I was getting the occasional view. But without the consistency, there's, again, from April 12th to now, nothing. So that tells me that I need to be consistent with video publishing. But I can't just publish random videos, right? They have to be something that people want to view. Because if they don't want to view it, then I'm just going against the algorithm, I guess. It's not something I want to do. So, I guess what I'm trying to say is, because I'm rambling a little bit, I haven't done this in a month. I guess what I'm really trying to say here is the need for consistency has become very apparent when it comes to YouTube. Truthfully, consistency is king. I started with 2 videos a week. I am going to continue with 2 videos a week. It's just going to look different on the back end for me. I need to decide, am I going back to recording and posting twice a week? Or am I going to be doing it once a week with a scheduled posting afterwards? That's something I need to try. That's something that I have to go through. So the journey to monetization is still on. It's just going to look different for me. And I honestly, if you want to see all the back end and all of the research and all of the nitty gritty things, please don't hesitate to comment. If there's something specific you want to see, let me know. I will gladly give you as many behind the scenes things as I can. Because this is not easy. For the average person, this isn't easy. We know this takes an average of 6 months to a year of consistency before anybody sees any tangible results beyond views or hours or subscribers. The monetization piece of it can actually take months to years. So if you want to see the behind the scenes of that learning curve for the average person, hi, please don't hesitate to comment and tell me what you want to see. Or if you want to see it all, just comment, see it all. Now we're going to move on to the business portion of it just for a moment, because I know this is usually my monetized Mondays and the rags to riches is on Thursdays. One is monetizing YouTube, while the other one is building a business that is sustainable income from home that can withstand the lumps and bumps of life. I had a conversation with my sister about this, and she made a very valid point that if I'm going to put in the effort, then I need to put the effort into me. I need to look at my days, my weeks, my months, how I live, how I am being, remind myself that I am not a human doing and I'm not a human thinking, I'm a human being. And I need to put that business into my being and my being into my business. I can't run it like a 6-figure, young in his 20s male CEO, because that's not who I am. I am a single, full-time mom of special needs kids who span the ages from 8 to 20s. Don't ask. And I have a wicked sense of humor and a very, her words, not mine, gracious insight into humans. Because when somebody's being mad at me or they're being trolls, I don't see hateful people. I see somebody in distress. Like, normal humans don't lash out at other humans for no or very poor reasons. So something is going on with them. It has nothing to do with me. Well, maybe a little bit to do with me. Depends on how much of my mouth I have opened up. If you know, you know. My sarcasm and my humor can sometimes get me into trouble, but I've got to remind myself that everyone is going through something, good, bad, ugly, and 99% of the time it has zero anything to do with me. So I need to be able to look at my business and go, yes, I have 2 hours this week. I'm going to do these things and they will be effective. They are going to move the right levers and they're going to deliver the correct information and it's going to be valuable for those who need it. And then 2 weeks later, I've got 10 hours. So I can put, a creative couple of hours into it. I can add something. I can zhuzh it up. I can do a little more editing, do something a little more polished or not. The point of it being the behind the scenes for both YouTube and the business is going to be the same, similar. I have to make adjustments. I have to make adjustments for me and the way we live. So again, if you want to see the back end of all of that, let me know. I can go deeper into this on the next video on Thursday because I am going back to Mondays and Thursdays because they did work very well for me for videos. I realize I have rambled a lot today. I really didn't have too many notes down. It was more of I needed to be very honest and very clear with my audience that sometimes life goes sideways. It happens several what the flips a minute. I think I'm going to start sharing more of my story about how I got here, why I think the way I think, who I really am, and why in the last 5 years I methodically burnt my life to the ground and then decided to rebuild slowly with intention. It really did start a few years before 2021. I was in a relationship, effectively homeless, couch surfing with family. I ended up pregnant when I should not have been able to get pregnant. Nearly died with the birth of my youngest, and then ended up abandoned by my partner, who later had taken his own life by the looks of it. But we don't know. I just got a call in August of 2021 saying that he was gone in the worst way possible. And from that moment on, I had to take a deep look at myself and decide, who am I? And the life I'd built, was it really, really what I wanted or needed? Anyway, that's enough rambling for now, because this video has gone on long enough. The point is, I'm back. I am back differently, but I'm still back. I will be sharing every week, twice a week. I will show you the back end if you want to see the back end. If there's something specific, again, leave a comment. Leave a like if this resonated with you at all. Share it with somebody if you think they might benefit from it. Subscribe if you want to see more and follow along. And I truly hope to serve me and my community very well with my experience, and I just want to bring value to all of us.